The Warriors are hopeful Moses Moody will be back tomorrow night in Portland, but against last season's 4th-seeded Denver Nuggets, who were making their season opener, Golden State started with the same first five they did with on opening night: Curry, Pods, Butler, Kuminga, and Green. The Nuggets took the eventual championship, winning OKC Thunder to 7 games last postseason, which made them an overwhelming threat. In a battle of Curry versus Jokic, two players who've won a combined 5 league MVPs, the Dubs were 1-9 against the Nuggets over their last 10 entering this matchup, but after a convincing win on the road against the Lake Show to open their year, the Dubs felt good about their chances. Curry made a triple off a relocation while using an off-ball screen to open things up. Steph found Draymond in the pocket, and Dre had the finesse to finish the teardrop. Then, off a turnover forced by Jimmy, Kuminga found Pods in the corner, and the Warriors had a 10-0 start. Coach David Adelman for the Nuggets refused to call timeout despite the Warriors' start, and the trust he showed in his team was rewarded by them going on a 12-0 run of their own. The Nuggets settled into their actions, working the ball inside, while on the other end, tightening up their ball pressure. The Warriors were also making unforced errors after an initially dominant start off the opening tip. Jokic found Brown off a nasty slip to the basket. Hield airmailed a triple on the other end. Off an offensive rebound, Gordon made the Warriors pay. Al Horford benefited from two defenders staying with Steph. GP2 had a ridiculous one-handed putback over Brown. Al Horford chased down Christian Brown for a vintage spike. Gucci Ref tried to screw the Dubs over by giving Aaron Gordon both a 3 and the Warriors a defensive 3-second call all in one, which fired up the Chase Center crowd, but the Dubs were down 9 early. Off an O board from Will Richard and a timely kickout, Butler got a 3. Off an entry from Pods, Butler then finished again before a few possessions later drawing a foul. Jimmy scored the last 9 points of the quarter to cut the deficit to 4. Valanciunas blew up the Warriors' zone by executing with his patented mid-ranger. Pods put his head down like prime Kyle Lowry for this take. A bad bounce for the Dubs took place when Hardaway Jr. got this to fall, but Pods again had a layup on the other end where he worked his way inside using some pristine footwork and a nifty up fake. Jimmy hooked up his good pal Buddy on the cut. With 3 to shoot off a sideline out of bounds, Draymond set a screen to spring Buddy Hield open. Kuminga didn't settle for a mid-ranger and attacked Valanciunas to his left, but Jamal Murray continued to cook up the Warriors' defense as he was doing all night up to this point, which forced a Kerr timeout. The NBA's 2 longest tenured teammates in Curry and Green connected out of the ATO. Horford and Green smothered Jokic around the rim to force this TO. Off a Curry steal, he'd then find Horford on the far left wing. Will Richard made a great read off the dribble to find Kuminga in the corner with a nice skip pass, but Gordon was 4 for 4 from deep after this shot. He'd then go 5 for 5 to put the Nuggs back up 9. GP2 clanked a wide open triple, and Gordon took it downhill to get to the line. After this miss, Steph was just 1 for 4. Meanwhile, Aaron Gordon was 6 for 6 after hitting another triple. Jokic hit a shot after a pick and pop. Al Horford posted up the best big in the league. Aaron Gordon went 7 for 7 from deep. Curry went 1 for 5 from deep after missing another shot. Following several great possessions from the Dubs where they would follow that stop up by getting out on the run and executing, they'd be happy to get within 9 entering the locker room. The story of the half was Aaron Gordon and whether or not the man was going to go perfect from the field on the night. Off a shuffle pass from Kuminga, Steph knocked down a triple. In a flow, finally, Steph got a behind-the-back dime from Draymond and nailed it, but Aaron Gordon got 1 shot away from the NBA record for threes made without a miss in a game. Pods popped to knock down a crucial triple. Jonathan Kuminga made a great read to find a cutting Draymond. Out of a timeout, the Warriors played great defense to force a contested Jokic triple. Off a relocation, Steph drained a midi with Jokic late to close out. Moving without the ball again, Steph gets a kick out from GP2 before getting pushed from behind and laying it home +1 and getting the crowd involved. Gordon finally missed a 3. Curry blocked Cam Johnson, then hooked up Buddy for the transition deuce. 1-point game, timeout Denver. To start the non-Curry minutes in the second half, off a nifty dime from Buddy Hield where he spun off Murray and found Horford in his sweet spot, Al drained it. Horford heavily contested Jokic to force a bad miss. Watch this passing display where the ball goes from 19-year man Al Horford to 1-year man Will Richard. Buddy Hield drained a fader, but to end the quarter, Murray isolated the rookie Richard, who played great defense, but the Blue Arrow got the roll. A two-man game with Jimmy and Draymond, with JV cheating off DG, sees Green knock it home. But Valanciunas found Gordon, who hit his 9th three. Gordon then got to the mid-range to put the Nuggets up 6 and to give him 39 points. Gordon then took rookie Will Richard to school by bodying him off and bullying in for the and one. Will Rich responded by pulling up for a nice little triple in transition. Curry isolated Christian Brown and got inside to cut it to 4 and force the Nuggs timeout. Out of a timeout, the Nuggets ran this beautiful action to get Jamal Murray a wide-open lay. After a solid passing display from the Warriors, Steph bricked a wide-open shot. Then Jokic posted up and executed in the clutch. After a Draymond airball, the Nuggets forced a shot clock violation, but Horford showed he can stick with Jokic like he was all night by forcing another miss on the Joker. Down 5 with just over 2 minutes remaining, Steph got fouled on a triple. Curry pulled up off a screen in patented fashion to easily knock it home. Horford locked down Murray. Curry missed the layup. Gordon drained his 10th triple of the game to give him 45 and to break Warrior fans' hearts. But Curry got it back for Dub Nation, pulling up in ridiculous fashion from nearly half court to show you he's the greatest three-point shooter of all time and one of the greatest players of all time. Needing a stop to force OT, Draymond locked down Jokic on the inside to force an extra period. Jonathan Kuminga missed 2 point-blank looks to open OT. Steph used a perfect Al Horford pin down to hit this dagger, but Gordon's career night continued as he went through Butler for the and one and he tied the game at the line. Jokic hit a highly contested shot in Green's face. Off some tic-tac-toe passing, Horford drained a clutch triple from the corner. After Steph knocked it away, Kuminga got a seamless transition hoop. Jamal Murray answered out of a timeout by making an incredible finish. Jimmy then beat the shot clock for the ultimate dagger of the night. Horford forced a miss on Jokic, then Curry took it coast to coast and hit the night-night. Despite the Nuggets getting up by as many as 14, which included Denver being up late in the game by a significant amount, plus the fact that they shot 54% from the field and 40% from deep, not to mention they got a career night from Aaron Gordon where he came up one shot shy of making NBA history, the Warriors pulling out this W speaks volumes to their ability to overcome adversity. Quite frankly, it also displays Stephen Curry's greatness, as he had 15 in the fourth quarter to drive the comeback. Shout out to Jimmy for hitting the ultimate dagger, as Curry actually hit the night-night after that shot. As dramatic and utterly amazing as this game was, which words can't really describe, the Dubs now get set to face the Portland Trailblazers on the second night of a back-to-back, and will have to put this thriller in the past like they would with any game. But what a hell of a game this was to watch, and what a pleasure it is to cover the Golden State Warriors.